Who'd you talk to? What'd you learn?
Hello, I'm Stephanie. I talked to this radio announcer called Carla Huerta. She's a radio announcer in 95.7. I actually got the interview like very easily. Like I actually know her personally. She also has a hair salon where I usually go cut my hair, so it wasn't that hard to get the interview.
You were in.
So I just called her to ask her for the date and time that she wanted me to go, and on my way to the radio station, she was actually on air. So when I got there, she was still on air. So I actually got to experience her being on air. So I was asking her questions, and she was on break, like putting like the music or whatever. And then she'll be like, "Oh, hold on, I have to go on air." So I actually experienced her being on air. So it was a cool experience.
And that's the station that plays like reggaeton and...
No, it's like original Mexican music.
Oh, really? 95 point what?
7.
Which one am I thinking that plays
95.1.
95.1, okay.
Yeah, before she was a radio announcer, she began as a street personality. I think street personality, is that what it's called?
Street personality?
Yeah.
Like working for a radio station?
Yes, like she will.
Maybe?
Yeah, she will help like the radio announcers, like, or help this person do this and something like that. That's
Yeah, probably like a street team where they go set up live remotes from different places.
Yes, she began doing radio shows that aired in Telemundo. The one of them was called Relajo Musical. I don't know which one, but she said it aired on Telemundo like before she began. And the activities that are part of her job is that she does live mix in Saturdays in the nightclub El Volcan.
Volcan?
El Volcan.
Where's that?
I think it's in the 90.
No, but El Volcan, you said it's a nightclub?
It's a nightclub.
Does anybody know that?
I think I've heard of it, but
No.
I heard of it, but I haven't.
So she does
live mix on Saturday nights.
So they go live from the radio station there at the club. That's an interesting... I guess other radio stations do that. I hadn't thought about it, right?
One does for the Bottom Exchange.
Really? Which one does?
Oh, yeah.
Who
I
does?
thought it was Fridays.
94.1.
98.5 does the Iceland on Fridays.
That makes sense, right? I hadn't thought about it, but that's a really great... Because I'm sure that the club pays for that. I mean, they're not getting it for free, but then it's also kind of... Then you get to have the audience who hears you that hopefully will then come listen to your station.
Yeah.
So.
She said her typical day at work is just answering the phone and announcing the time, like while she's being on air. And
does she announce in Spanish or in English?
Spanish. She does everything in Spanish.
Are all those songs in Spanish?
It's original music.
Okay. When you say original, do you mean like norteño, or what do they like? What do they
play?
Like
norteños, Mexican banda.
Do they play conjunto or?
Yes.
Okay. 95.7.
Yes. When she began as a radio announcer, they will pay her like $700 every 2 weeks.
So $1,400 a month, which is not. That's like less than probably minimum wage, right?
Yes, I think so. I mean, that's why I probably get paid a little bit more.
Yeah.
She said now it varies depending on how many commercials and remote procedure calls that she does. She didn't really... I asked her what her salary was now, but she didn't really like tell me what it was.
Yeah.
She just told me it depends, like it varies depends what she does or how many live mix that she does and stuff.
See, I'm curious to know, does anybody know how much people get paid for voice work now? Like, what's the going rate? Has anybody heard? Like, if you voice a commercial or voice, industrial video? Nobody knows? I think there's some money in that, so that's probably where it's almost like freelance work in addition to her regular shift.
Yes, they pay her
too. Extra to do that. Yeah, I'd like to know what that is.
Yeah, that's great. She works about 28 to 30 hours a week. So,
Does she get benefits then? Probably not.
Benefits?
Like health insurance and vacation and all that.
Oh yeah, she gets a vacation. They pay her all her vacation like once a year. But she gets a week like all of the years, I think. One of her favorite experiences that she's had at her job is that she's able to meet artists and people that she never thought she was going to meet. So she says that she loves doing that.
Who's been her favorite? Did she say?
She didn't really say. I know she's met a lot of people because I have her on Facebook as a friend. So she
Okay.
puts like all these pictures. To keep updated, she actually listens to other radio stations. She also follows radio stations like in Mexico and stuff like that, like to
Right.
keep updated. She loves doing that.
Again, the beauty of the internet, you can listen to radio all over the world.
Yeah. Skills. She said that you just basically have to have a passion for it. Like you have to feel it on what you do. You have to love it because otherwise, people that are listening to the radio can hear it in her voice that she's not doing it because she loves it. That they can hear it because you can feel it. That you have to feel it what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
And
you
then,
think you want to go into that?
I mean, not to be a radio announcer because I feel that I don't have the voice for it. But I mean, I would like to be like in the media, probably like maybe in the back or
Or
as
like
a
a
radio
producer, or
producer.
maybe
Yeah.
an event planner?
Yes, something like that. Because I feel like I'm not like a.
I think you could do it. You just need to take a class. You'll know. I don't know if they offer it here, but voice and diction. Do they offer it at SAC? I would think they would. Sometimes it's in the theater or speech department. But when I was at Trinity, I took a voice and diction class that was really helpful because I grew up in East Texas and I had an accent like this. Not quite that bad, but I mean, pretty darn harsh instead of hoarse, and so I took a class and learned how to not talk like that, right? So you can train yourself to have a nicer voice. And especially with women, one of the things that grates on me is they have these little high, girly voices. It's like no one's going to take you seriously if you talk like you're on helium, So take a class and learn how to talk like an adult, right? And it's just one semester, so I would do it. Because it does make an impression. And if your impression is, I'm a little girl, you've met women like that, right? Ugh, drives me crazy. Okay, good. Sounds like you had a good experience. Good contact.